That's the age of consent. So she
Okay,
has,
okay.
yeah.
And when did they start their transition?
At 13.
Well, that's not.
Or 12, actually. 12.
That's not.
12 is when she actually started dressing as a female.
Okay, so first of all, there's no such thing as dressing as a female. Clothes and fabrics don't have gender. Okay, they don't.
In her mind,
that's not a real thing.
And
Okay,
that's what's important.
so excuse me.
Excuse me.
So you didn't teach your child that they were born perfectly the way that they were. You enable an insecurity from a child that is going through puberty in which everyone hates their body.
Hold on. Don't start making accusations against me. That's
I'm asking
ad
I'm
hominem, and I
asking a
don't stand
question.
for it. No, you're not asking me a question. You're making accusations.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah, ask your
I would
question.
say it was child abuse, not going to lie. Because she's still not an adult. She's not an adult until she's 18.
She's not an adult. Biologically, she's an adult, though, isn't she?
No,
Can I ask a question? Hold on. Can I ask a question, Benny?
Yes. Biologically, she is an adult because
Benny.
what is the scientific definition of an adult? Definition of an adult is age of sexual maturity, ability to reproduce. But we don't use that.
Okay, hold on. Benny, I have two questions.
Wait a minute. I am speaking. Do not interrupt me.
Excuse me, you were getting ready to the host. Everybody mute and let Haunted talk to Benny.
Yes. When the host is talking, you listen to him and you
That's
shut up.
wild. All right, Benny.
I'm speaking. Let me finish my thought.
Okay, go ahead. And then I have a couple questions. Go ahead. Unmute.
Stop muting me. The biological, scientific definition of adult differs from the legal one, right? It also differs from the psychological one. It's right kind of in the middle, right? So 18 in the United States is considered an adult legally. Scientifically, an adult is the age of sexual maturity, the ability to reproduce, which can be as young as like 8 or 9, which would be insane, right? Because psychologically, they are not an adult. Psychologically, you don't reach adulthood into your 20s. Some people never reach adulthood because they have no manners and like to interrupt people when they're speaking.
It's kind of like you.
All right, hold on, guys. Hold on.
No, I was speaking.
1 second. And then I'll let you guys go. Go ahead, Benny. What were you saying?
Then stop muting me.
My mods are muting you because you're being very, like, aggressive.
No, people who interrupt are aggressive. I'm not interrupting.
Okay, but
you.
we're not going to monologue, dude. The debate doesn't.
Okay,
you understand?
I'm trying to define my term.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
trying to define
But
terms.
when Bonnie does it, is okay.
You're interrupting me again. You're
terms.
interrupting me again. I'm trying to define terms so that we know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Legally, man or woman means the biological sex. That's what the courts have decided. All right? Biological sex in a mammal means the smaller gamete, the larger gamete. You produce the smaller gamete, you're a male. You produce the larger gamete, you're a female. Psychologically, though, that's where the problem comes in. Psychologically, she is female. Physically, biologically,
Psychologically. All right, hold on, everybody. Wait a minute. Let's not all like pile. I actually want to hear this conversation.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna.
I just want to know psychologically who's a female.
Yeah, hold on. I'll let all you guys get in. Just give me like 2 minutes. Go ahead and wrap up. Wrap up.
The problem comes down to psychologically. How do we define male and female? Who's a psychologist here? Tell me how we do it.
That's not the question.
Yes, it is the question.
No, okay, bud. I've let you monologue for a very long time. So here's
no,
the question.
No, you didn't. You interrupted me repeatedly.
Okay, so here's the question, right? Now, you're saying that who is a psychologist? Okay, when it comes down to the semantics of this, the debate isn't who's male and female. The debate is who is man and woman. Male and female sex, that's biological. That's indisputable. You can't there's no semantical debate on that. Okay? First that's first. Second,
actually there is, because it depends on legally or biological.
No. There is no. Okay, then what is a legal female? Can you go ahead and tell me?
What is a legal female? Legally, under the law in the United States, is the biological definition.
Exactly, so they match.
Yeah, but it's not consistent because it doesn't match with the psychological as well.
Okay, but
And
there's
let me-
no
let me-
such
no, no,
okay,
hold
hold
on,
on, no,
hold on,
no, bud, your monologue, okay, hold on. No. You made a claim, and now it's my turn, okay, bud? So
Okay, go ahead.
you're saying that their psychological doesn't match with their sex body, is that what you're saying?
Oftentimes, yes.
Okay, so can you just tell me, right? Here's my first question. How can you here's my first question. Do you believe in a higher power?
No.
Okay. So that's
irrelevant.
no, it is. It's going to be very relevant
No,
because
it's not. It's
no,
irrelevant.
yeah, it is.
You
Yes,
can't
it is.
prove a
Okay.
higher power.
Oh yeah, no,
It's irrelevant.
exactly. That's what we're getting to, bud.
Benny,
Shut
let
up
him
so I can make
speak.
the point. Okay, so if you don't believe in a higher power, right? Okay, it doesn't matter whether you believe in that, right? But here's the part that does matter of it. Okay, if you don't believe in a higher power, how can your conscience and your body be separate? How could you be placed in the wrong body or have the wrong thought process? There is no male and female brain.
Are you sure you want to go that way?
Yeah, we can go that way. Yes, that's the way I'm going.
Okay.
Just like I can't prove. Hold on. I believe in Jesus, right? I'm not a Christian, but here's my thing, because I don't follow religion, but I do believe in God. Okay, but just like me trying to say there's a soul or there's Jesus, right? I can't prove that. Just like you can't prove gender identity. So your claim is just as baseless as mine.
No, here's the problem, though, and here's the problem where you're getting into. Can I prove to you that I am not a computer?
Yeah, that's not relevant.
No, yes, it is relevant, because you're talking about psychology, and you're talking about what can be proven.
Okay,
Can
let me
I
ask
prove
you
to
this.
you that I am not a computer?
Yeah, you can, but let me ask you this.
How? Tell me how.
Is sex,
Tell me how. I'm going to shred you.
Hold on. Is SMEC subjective or subjective?
Is SMEC subjective or subjective?
Yeah.
Biologically, it is objective.
There is no such thing as a semantical argument on...
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is, because as I already said... Yes, there is. Wait, I'm going to explain my answer.
Only delusional
I'm going to
ones, bro.
explain my answer. Legally, what is an adult in the United States?
Okay, that's a social construct, just like race and gender.
That's a semantic argument.
No, it
And
isn't.
it's a scientific term as well.
No,
yes, it is.
No.
Legally, what is an adult in the United States?
18.
18. What is an adult scientifically?
When you reach maturity.
I'll tell you.
There is
It's the age of maturity.
Are you talking biological, or are you talking biological or neurological?
Yeah,
Well,
what is
I thought
your
we were
question?
Well, I thought we were
please
talking.
don't go there because
See, now
please
you're
don't go there.
saying that there's
dude,
semantics
don't go there
involved.
because when you go there,
There is no semantics involved. Here's my real question, right? When did you decide that you were a man?
I never did.
Exactly. So how did your son decide that he is now a female?
Well, who said they made that decision?
They did. They had to make that decision.
When did you make that decision?
You
Well,
said
you're-
you made that decision.
No.
you're saying-
You're saying
No,
here's where your problem
you're-
is. Here's where your problem is.
You're saying.
You're saying
Sir, literally calm down. Let one
No.
person speak and then go back and forth.
They don't
That's
let me
how it
speak.
works. Yeah, because you just want to go on a rant and there's a debate,
No,
a
I'm trying to
conversation.
define terms so we can have a conversation. You
We
don't
don't
want to
agree with
define
your
the terms.
terms because we
I
don't
don't know.
agree. We don't agree with your terms
Yeah, but
That's
you're
the
not
point.
telling me why you disagree with your terms and
because
allowing
you
me to
won't
rebut
allow
them.
anybody to disagree.
Because the
No,
point here,
I'm
like,
allowing you to disagree, and then I'm saying this is why you're wrong.
the point I'm
We are
trying to
not-
make
Then you
here,
interrupt
the
me.
point I'm trying to make here, Benny, is that gender and SMECs are different, right? So SMECs has nothing. Well, I mean, per TRA worldview, I don't believe that. I think that they are synonymous, but that's another discussion, right? You're saying that they can. There's a semantical debate to SMECs, but there isn't because it's not a social construct. SMEX is assigned at birth. It's not an identity.
And really quick, Benny,
Sure.
you have a trans child, right? You
Yeah.
said? Are they on any kind of medication or anything?
No, they are not, because that is not allowed in the state in which we reside.
Do you believe
Wait,
they
you
should be?
said you're in the
Oh, wait.
state. Wait,
And that's
No,
arbitrary,
state
right?
is
Because
not-
there are
Wait,
states
no,
where it is
it's
allowed.
not.
So
I'm
that's
just-
All right,
arbitrary.
Bonnie, let Violet go.
I just have one question, that's it. So, would you be okay with them taking that? Are you advocating for that?
Violet,
I
after you're
believe that
done,
would be.
Crystal,
Hold it. She asked me the question. Can I
Yes,
speak?
I know, man. I'm saying we need to introduce Tashika after Violet's done with you. Thank you. Go ahead, guys. Thank you, manager.
I feel it would be in her psychological benefit.
So, what do you think that these medications are doing? Are they?
Those medications are going to give her more of the outward appearance of what she identifies with as being a female.
So, when you say that sex and gender are different, right?
I did not
But then
say
you
that. Well,
advo-
sex and gender are different, yes.
no, they're
You
not.
did, right? But then, so how is it that you're then going to advocate for a medication that is all about the manipulation of your child's secondary sex characteristics?
I don't understand the question. I don't understand the question. Hold on. She asked me the question. Hold on. The psychological impact of your outward appearance can be either enforcing or extremely damaging to a human being. It's not just a matter of biology, it's also you have to take into account their mental picture of who they are. Because it doesn't matter, even if you don't have anything like a body dysmorphia or psychological condition, if you're overweight, that can affect your psychology. It can affect your health more than just physically, it can affect your health mentally. And it can lead to all kinds of problems, including self-harm.
Okay, so that's like, that's, you know, a normal human thing. That's why plastic surgeons exist, right? That's why we have gyms, right? That's why people go on diets, right? There's a lot of people that deal with these kinds of things, right? But you keep saying that sex and gender are different, but then how is it to affirm someone's gender is to manipulate their secondary sex characteristics? That doesn't make sense to me, because
Gender
it's
is a
manipulating
psychological
biology.
problem.
It's manipulating biology as you sit here and say that they are two different things. So
We
why
manipulate
is
biology all the
manipulation of biology?
We manipulate
affirming
biology all the
somebody
time.
is affirming a social construction. You see how that doesn't work?
We manipulate biology
All right,
all
let me
the
introduce
time.
Tish, Benny, and just for the panel, and then you guys can continue. Tish, can you give us your age real quick? And what's your opinion on the
Of
prom?
course, I'm 23. I don't agree with what this man's views on obviously transitioning. I was a child transitioning as well. I don't believe that I am a female. I don't believe I'm a woman. But what this man is saying is right. Like most of his views are right. You know, you're just not giving him the time to speak. But his views about transition. Oh, can I just respond, because you're going to interrupt me? And I went to the Tavistock Clinic when I was a child. Sorry, can I finish? I don't agree with him transitioning his child. I don't agree with his views on men becoming women and women becoming men. But I've been watching from an outside perspective, and you all keep interrupting him, not Violet, but the rest of you just keep speaking at the same time and saying you won't let him finish, you won't answer his questions, but you want him to answer yours. I'm going to go on mute so he can finish what he was saying.
No, now hold on.
Okay.
Now hold on, because I want to respond to that, because I am not actively participating in the transitioning of my child. She is
You are.
16. No, she is 16. She is of the legal age of consent in the state in which we
You said
reside.
you started when she was 13.
Hold on. She chose to wear
Why
clothing
should
which
you
she
say?
identified as female. She chose that. I'm not going to dictate to
He
her what
is not a
clothes she can
female and never will be. So don't even take
no,
that.
Listen to
I'm
what
speaking.
he's saying. Just listen to him. Listen without
No.
getting angry and direct.
Shut up,
If
Ted.
he's wrong,
Shut up. I'm speaking. Why are you interrupting me? I'm speaking.
Because I can.
Well, because psychologically you're not an adult.
exactly. And if he's wrong, then prove him wrong at the end of his sentence.
What the fuck? You're up here telling us that you're allowing your child to go through from a male to a female, and you think I've got psychological problems.
Yes,
Really?
Carol.
I'm saying that I'm not going to dictate to my child how they feel. You're
I mean, I
saying
was,
that
I
I
was always
should.
led to believe
That's
that
abuse,
the age
in
of
my
consent,
opinion.
the age of consent in the US for sex is over 18. Or you can be done
Actually,
for...
hold on. The legal age of consent in the United States varies by state. All right. In the state in which I reside, it is actually lower than 16. I don't agree with that, but that's also with parent consent. Okay. First of all, know your fucking terms before you talk to me. All right. Now,
See, what we should go
she is
man?
of the
Because I will.
age of
Don't
legal
talk to me
consent.
like that.
All right, hold on, everybody. Hold on. Let's have a conversation. I mean, that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah, but he's not going to speak to
I
you like
can't
that.
have a conversation with
Definitely not
people
going
who
to speak to
accuse
you
me.
like that because he's a fucking man. No man speaks to me like that. Not even you.
So those sound entitled to you.
You think that you can speak to me in any way you want.
Says the
You
one
think that you
talking
can speak to me in
women's
any way
breasts
you
and-
want,
oh
and
my
you think
God.
that you're absolved because you're a woman? No, that's sexist
No,
bullshit.
because I'm
You're not
standing up
absolved. You're
for
an
my own
adult.
fucking rights,
You're an
sir.
adult. Have a
I'm
fucking
not
conversation
letting
like an
any
adult.
fucking man walk into any female space. So don't even fucking go there with me. Fuck you.
So rude and horrible to other people, but you don't like it when people give you the same energy. That's not nice.
Tisha,
No,
Tisha, I have a
men are
question.
not better than me, and they will not talk down to me and make me feel
You
like a
talk
fucking
down to me.
child. They will
Tisha,
not talk to me like a fucking child. If he wants to do that to
I
you,
will when you
fucking
behave
way,
like one.
by all fucking means. But
I
it's
will
not
when you
good to
behave like a
fucking
child.
me.
I'll talk to you like a child.
You're doing the same thing to him now.
Tisha.
Hold on. Okay.
She was doing the same thing before.
Betty?
Wait, Brittany,
hold on.
the host is trying to ask a question. Hold on.
Yeah, one
Everybody mute.
second.
Let
I'm not on. I just have a question for Tisha. Tisha. I have a question.
Absolutely.
All right.
100%. Go ahead.
Let me ask you something. Do you use women's faces?
Never. I don't use women's face. I'm tall. I stand firm like a man, and I piss in the men's restroom. I've got videos on my page and stuff like that.
Oh,
In the men's
okay.
and stuff.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not intimidated.
Okay.
Can I respond to you?
Yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead.
respond? I'm not intimidated to admit who I am. I'm not intimidated to say I'm a man. Do you know what I mean? Because God gave all of us dominion over this world, so I will step foot wherever I want, wherever I'm supposed to as a male on this earth, and hold my head high.
All right. W.
Appreciate that, because see, Tish, here's the problem. I don't care what somebody does, right? As long as you aren't violating boundaries, and also that we can just be logically consistent. And so we need to be logically consistent. You can present however you want, of course you can, and you should be safe in the bathroom that, you know, is for you, 100%. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Brady. You want to talk to Benny? Go ahead. While they're speaking, guys, please, everybody, I know that, like, the things that come out of people's mouths are very, 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 you know, you feel very strongly about it. I totally understand that, but please just let them speak. And then after they're done, somebody, no, Ronnie, no, I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying this to everybody, because it's been, everybody, you know, I get it. Like, this is a real issue, and I get that people want to speak in real time. Just let's let one person speak at a time so that we can actually understand what's happening.
No, that's fine, Haunted. I do apologise to you. I'm not apologising to anybody else for what I said, because I mean what I said, and you know
of course.
the passionate I am about this.
You 100% have every right to feel the way that you do. And like I said, I know this is a very touchy subject, so, like, we're all going to get heated.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, of course. Okay, Bertie, go ahead and talk with Benny, and then, yeah, we can go from there.
So, Benny, I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 4 now. You've stated that your daughter, so I'm guessing born male, is transitioning, has been since 13. That's what you stated?
She has been dressing how she identifies. She's been dressing she identifies as female.
You cannot identify. Okay, so, sweetheart, this is where I realize that you
it's about her,
don't even
not
understand.
me.
Okay, but you do not, well, that's fine, but you and her do not understand, because They're born a male, yes? Were they born male?
Biological.
Answer that one question.
Oh, yes.
Yes, they were born male. Okay, so now when we come to identifications, you cannot identify as a female. Female and male are biological. You cannot identify as a female or a male. There are smecks, okay? So if they have been dressing feminine, is that what you're meaning?
Okay, well, now you're getting into semantic terms. Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm getting into
Yes, you are. No, you are. You're trying to define semantics.
No, I'm
And that's
speaking
fine. I
fact.
don't mind semantics.
I'm speaking
She
fact.
has been dressing in ways which she identifies as feminine.
Feminine.
For your
Okay.
definition, thank you very much for your correction. I will use it henceforth.
So your son has been dressing feminine, and okay. Now, when they came to you at the age of 13, what were their concerns? Why did they feel that they were wanting to transition? Like, what were these concerns that they had? Why did they feel this way? Were there feelings? Was it because they were getting certain changes within their bodies? Like, why? Like, what were these things that first came up?
All right. This dates back years before she actually came to me. Right? So this didn't start when she was 13. It goes back years before that. From her earliest memories. Okay? When she came to me, and first of all, I would like to say that dressing in a feminine fashion is not a portion of transitioning. Men can dress in feminine ways and still be and identify as men.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I
Right?
agree.
Okay,
Yep.
then it's not a transitioning to dress feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Do we
Nope.
agree?
Yeah, you can do and wear whatever you want. I don't believe that there are male or
I'm
female
using your
clothing.
definitions now.
I'm stating that there are not male or female clothing. There's not masculine, feminine
Okay.
clothing. You can
Okay.
wear whatever the
So-
fuck you want.
And we can agree that dressing feminine is not transitioning.
Nope.
Okay. No, we can't agree? Then your definition...
No, I'm stating that dressing feminine or masculine has nothing to do with who you are
Exactly. Thank you
within
very
your schmex or gender. You can wear whatever the fuck you want to wear.
Exactly. And your sex or your gender has little to do with your how you see yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I can agree.
Right? So while she may be legally male, biologically male, she is psychologically, in her mind, a female.
Okay.
For me
so,
to object to that
hold on.
is
Say
a
that.
weighing of harm. No, hold on. I'm not done.
Okay.
For me to force upon her my view, or even society's view, of what constitutes male or female, I have to weigh the benefit and the harm. Would I do more harm in telling her, no, you cannot dress in this fashion? That's my question to you.
So when it comes down to clothing, it does not matter. People can be
Yes, it
feminine,
does.
masculine clothing. No, clothing means I have 4 kids. They are between 9 and 3 years old. So I have 4 young kids. If my boy wishes to pink dress, sweet as, do as you please. I'm not going to then put a gender stereotype on that. I don't do that. This is the difference. My girls and my boys know that they're girls and they know that they're boys. Do I turn around and put stereotypes on what they're wearing? No, they can do as they please. We have a very happy, open household here. If you want to wear your fucking sister's dress, off you go, bro. But you're still a boy. Like, I don't... Have you taken your son to a psychiatrist, a psychologist? Like, what has happened there? Like, this
Yeah,
is...
she
this
regularly
is
goes
my...
to therapy. Yeah, she regularly goes to therapy. Yeah. At her
Since what
own
age?
request.
Since what age?
About 14. Yeah.
Okay. And is your child on...
So that it is not legally permissible in the state in which we reside.
Okay, well, I'm glad.
Why are you glad?
Fair, I'm very glad. Because I feel
One
that
second, I hate
it's very
to interrupt.
damaging.
One sec. Mello, can I just get your age?
Yeah, I'm 21.
All right. Do you believe that trans women are women?
No.
No. Okay. I'm sorry. I am gonna drop you just 'cause I have a lot of friends up here.
Oh, I just wanted to ask better questions.
I'm very sorry, Mello.
Rap.
Thank you for coming up. All right. If anybody disagrees with the prompt, go ahead and request up. We do have like quite a bit of. We have 4 friendlies and then we have 2 opposing views. So the last 2 boxes are for opposing views. So you guys go ahead. Sorry.
Why do I feel that? Because it can be very detrimental. I feel that when we put children on puberty blockers, before, like obviously when we're putting children on puberty blockers, they're children, their brains aren't developed, they don't actually understand what they're going through. Like I stated before, there's been a lot of misdiagnosis with this thing they call gender dysphoria when they're actually autistic. There are many, many people that have come out that have detransitioned and were actually misdiagnosed with gender dysphoria when they were just autistic. They were autistic, they were feeling uncomfortable with things that were happening within their body, things that were happening with their mind. They thought, oh, because I do not fit into this certain gender stereotype, well then I must not be that gender. These are the things you need to realize. Like, I know you want to be a good dad, and I just hold on. I know you want to be a good dad, and I know you want to support your child, but you also need to look into the actual. You need to look into all of this. You need to look into the research. You need to
Don't assume my
things.
ignorance or my knowledge.
Okay. Yep, all right. Say what you need to say then.
Okay. First, don't assume that I haven't looked into the issue, which you just did. Excuse me.
Obviously you haven't.
She is under the care of... Hold on. I'm speaking.
Girl, let him speak. Why do you always interrupt? You're so triggered.
I'm speaking. Thank you. She is under the care of medical professionals. That is my responsibility.
Hold on. Hold on, Benny. Who are you talking to like that?
I'm talking to anyone who interrupts me.
Okay, well, just look. People, like, you need to understand, this is a topic that is very touchy for people. You know, regardless, I get that you have a son that is going through this, and, you know, I empathize for that. But at the end of the day, you also have to have empathy for women, you know, that have had to work very hard to get the rights that they have. You know, so if they do impose, you know, try to take it with a grain of salt. You know, just don't go straight to getting pissed off, please. But you guys go ahead and continue.
Yeah, because we have had to go through a lot, so please just understand what we're going through. I don't care what anybody else is going through because I care more about women and young girls. So.
Okay, well then you have a bias. That's not my
At the
problem.
moment, we're talking about trans women getting into female spaces. So this is the topic. So please leave it at the topic that it is. I don't agree with
You
the
also
other side
have
either.
a bias, Benny, right? You could say we have a bias and we can say you do, so that's fair.
No, I come at this from a very logical perspective because this was
No,
not something
I don't
I
think-
agreed with
I
before.
disagree.
No,
Right,
well,
I
you can
disagree.
disagree. You can disagree,
Okay.
but you're not even letting
Well,
me
you can
speak.
say that I come from a logical place too, and you would disagree with that. So we can disagree and still have a conversation.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I think that your definition of adult human female is incorrect logically.
Well, I
think it's correct logically, so we can disagree.
All right, well, what's your
Yeah, we could
dictionary
disagree.
definition of a woman. So, I mean, if you want to say that, then go and find the people who made the definition up in the first place. You know, but that is the dictionary definition of the word woman. And there
Alright,
is no man
guys.
ever going to become
Well,
a woman.
Let's introduce
One
Amelia.
moment. Hold on, one
There are
moment.
several definitions of women, actually. There's
Hold
several.
on, 1 minute, Benny, 1 minute. Okay, so it looks like Bonnie did want to have a chat with Benny, so I am going to go ahead and let that happen, and then we can go to open panel if you guys want. Amelia, can I get your age?
Hi, yeah, I'm 23.
Do you believe that trans women are women?
No.
No? Okay, I am just looking for opposition at the moment. I'm
That's
very
perfectly fine.
sorry.
Yeah, I'll drop down, or do you want to drop me down?
I
Whatever works
appreciate
best
you coming up. If we get a spot, I'll keep you in mind.
Totally fine.
Can I,
See you later.
House, can I ask Benny a few questions?
Thanks, Amelia.
Hold, 1 second. Vonnie wanted to have a conversation with Benny, and then yes, you can. Okay, go.
What's the minute of what you were saying, Benny, and then we'll have a chat? Or do you want me just to go ahead and have a chat? Benny, you can unmute. I sent you a request to unmute.
Okay, what's the question?
So, you saying your son, I mean, you said it twice on the live today that he's a female, okay? So, first of all, we're going to call it species, so that means that we cannot change our sex. And your son's sex characteristics is male, okay? So he was born male, I was born female. So he can never be a female, okay? And I'm not going to use the preferred pronouns for you because I don't believe in preferred pronouns for people who are not the sex that they want to be. So he will be male. It'll be he, him that I say, just for, because I'm a gender critical and I am protected again with the class of being gender critical. So anything I say cannot be used as a discrimination against anyone. So, does your son use female spaces? Like toilets, locker rooms?
Where she is permitted to by law, yes.
So, you realise that these spaces are categorised by sex. So, it's down to biology, it's not down to gender. So, if your son wants to be a gender that he's not, then he still has to use the gender that he was born to use. So he should not be encroaching on women's rights because these rights are written into international law with 189 countries that are included in this. So, and actually, the word women actually does belong to adult human females, and this is again coming from the Supreme Court in April of this year in the UK. This word women was taken to the Supreme Court by a group of women called For Women Scotland, and because they wanted to clarify who the word belonged to. And the 5 judges, 2 women, 3 men, came back with a unanimous unanimous verdict of the word women belong to adult human females, and that is through biology. And these sex-based rights that we have are for toilets, locker rooms, DV shelters, Great Crisis shelters, prison, and maternity units and hostel wards. So there will be the male hostel wards and the female hostel wards, and obviously the maternity unit. Now, every one of these places that I have mentioned to you today, are women and children, young girls as young as 10 years of age, have been raped or essayed by a trans woman. So this is why we have our sex-based rights. So your son is breaking the law by accessing these spaces. And that is coming out state by state in America. So,
So, what did I say? I said she accesses those restrooms, female spaces, as are permitted by law.
but do you not
Hold
think
on,
that?
hold on. Don't interrupt me. I still have to respond to the rest of your gish gallop. Which
Well,
did actually have a
it's fact.
question. Hold on.
It wasn't a gish
Hold on.
gallop, it was a fact.
Yes, it was. It was a gish
It's
gallop.
fact.
Monologuing. No.
It's
Yeah,
fact.
yeah, that's still a gish gallop. Do you know the definition of the term? Thank you
I don't
very
give
much.
I don't care what you call it.
Excuse me.
But I'm speaking
I'm
up
trying to
for
respond to
women
you.
and women's rights.
I'm trying to respond to you.
Then
Respond.
respond.
Excuse me.
Let him respond, and we know it's ridiculous.
Yes.
Like,
I'm asking
we know
him
it's
to
crazy.
respond.
We know.
I'm asking him to respond, so respond.
Look. What is a woman under the law?
An adult human female.
And that's defined by biological terms, correct?
Absolutely.
What is an adult biologically?
Once they hit the age of 18, they can vote.
No, now you're wrong. What is an adult biologically?
Well, the either adult female or an adult male.
What is an adult biologically?
I've just given you the answer.
No, you did not.
What do you think it is then?
Scientifically, what is an adult? That's biology. What is an adult scientifically?
Well, they're
Give me the
either going to be an
definition.
adult human female or adult human male.
No. Biologically, what is the definition of an adult?
Well,
I'll tell you if you don't know. Hold on. Scientifically, biologically, an adult is the age of sexual maturity, which means the age of reproduction.
No. I said this
Yes.
before, Benny.
You can look it up. Go look it up.
One second,
no,
sorry,
no.
please stay out of it, please. Sorry.
Your terms are mixed. You're mixing legal terms and biological terms.
No, so
You're mixing them up.
in the UK, the legal age for consent for sex is 16, but the legal age for an adult is 18 when they can
Yeah.
actually vote and drink.
Okay. I'm trying to explain why your terms are mixed up.
No, they're not mixed up.
No, let me respond.
Morally,
Please.
16 is wrong. It
Take
should be
a
higher.
breath.
Girl, you're not letting him answer you, which is why you can't understand what he...
Take a breath. Biologically, you are an adult when you reach the age of sexual maturity, which means the ability to reproduce. That is a fact. Look it up. Legally,
And you're
hold on.
Well, carry on then.
Legally,
Benny, this is what you're doing. You're trying to make excuses for to say.
Hold on, Violet. Just let Bonnie and Benny talk. I'm sorry.
I'm not making excuses. I'm trying to define why your terms are inadequate.
Okay?
Legally, an adult.
Well, you've said that
is
two
not-
times.
Hold on. Quit interrupting me.
Well, stop saying the same sentence over and over.
Dragging on with Benny. Jesus.
All right, 1 second, guys. Molotov, can I get your age?
33.
All right, do you believe that trans women are women?
No, I just want to clarify when adult is when I get the opportunity.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just looking for opposing views. I do appreciate you coming up, though.
Can I just point out?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I already disconnected her. I'm very sorry for that. I did not mean to cut you off in your sentence. Hey, you guys go ahead.
You carry on, Benny.
All right.
I feel bad.
Legally, an adult differs from the scientific biological term. Legally, an adult in the United States is 18. Psychologically, you are not an adult until you could be in your 20s.
Yes.
Some people never become an adult.
And I believe it's
In my
because
opinion, psychologically. Hold on. You're mixing up terms. You're mixing up scientific terms, legal terms. Because an adult, biologically, means age of sexual maturity. But we don't use that term legally. Why? Because psychologically, they are not an adult, right?
Yes, because you would be saying there,
Exactly.
you would be saying there the age of when they can actually have children. I mean, you're basically saying any child who's going through puberty. So that could be from 12 years up for a woman or for a young girl.
Biologically, that's what the term adult means in science. It means
The age of 12 or 13 is wrong.
That's what it means, regardless if it's from
No, hold on.
Shut up.
Right.
Look
That
it
is
up.
adult. The word adult is not a scientific word.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is used
No, it
in
isn't.
biology.
It's a socially constructed category.
Oh,
It's not a biological term. So they might have reached sexual maturity, but that doesn't make them an adult.
Exactly.
exactly, because
you're saying
psychologically
that
they
you
are
can
not an
do that
adult,
at
right?
12 or 13 years of age.
Correct.
Which is pregnant
Those
with
are-
dementia.
Hold on a second. Can I say this?
Which
Because
is,
Benny
no,
isn't
no,
listening.
no,
Hey, hold on,
no,
Bonnie, please.
No.
No,
Get
Violet,
me a
I'm sorry.
guys.
I'm sorry. Just one
interrupted.
one
So what?
yeah, Violet, I'm sorry. I'm not the one muting you, but I am sorry. Agar, can I get your age?
Not me either, babe. I'm not muting.
I'm 39. Are trans women in your view?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just stay muted until we can get you in. Very sorry about it. I'm just trying to make sure that it's one-on-one.
Crystal just interrupted. Why? Like, what are you
No,
talking
same with
about?
Crystal. Same with Crystal. Everybody needs to just let Bonnie and Benny talk, and then once they're done, well,
It's just been like
honestly-
10 minutes. We cannot say anything.
Okay.
Honestly,
All right,
I'm
how
not
about this?
interested in talking to Bonnie because Bonnie won't even agree on basic terms. So other people can talk. I don't care.
You're delivering
just say-
from her question, though. That's the
can I
problem.
say
No,
one
hold
thing?
on a second. No. This is what I had to say to you, Benny. All you've been doing is focusing on the age part. Bonnie asked you about female spaces, and you're not focusing on the female part. You're literally talking about. Be quiet.
One second,
This is what you've been
Tisha.
doing, 'cause
I'll let you in after this. Go ahead.
Female
No, I
is
just,
a
this is what I have to
biological
say because you're not actually answering what she said.
You've
She's
repeated
talking
what
about
you've
females.
said 5
Did
times.
answer though, were you listening? Were any of you listening?
God, hold on, Bonnie, please. Like, 1 second. She has been asking about female spaces and why your son should be in there. And all you're trying to do is instead of answering her, you keep talking about the age and all the age and just the fact that, you know what, we have age contingent upon the, our revolutions around the sun. Okay, we all understand that. Okay, we can say there can be the moon that goes around Earth, that can be contingent on age every cycle. Okay, so we all understand these things. So stop it. Stop. Because all you have been doing, you haven't answered anything. This is a topic for you, and I understand that this is sensitive to you. But everything that you're saying doesn't make sense. You say that this isn't about biology, but yet you support your child going on hormones. It doesn't make any sense because they're going to feel better, because they're going to look better. So then you can admit that this is about narcissism and aesthetics and about feelings.
Okay, perfect.
It's about psychology, and a psychology is more than about narcissism.
All right, hold on, guys. Okay, everybody
Benny a
just
troll?
for 1 moment. No, he's not a troll. Okay, how about this? So we're gonna let Benny rebuttal to Violet. After that, we're gonna let Tisha speak, and then we will go to open panel after we introduce the new guest. So go ahead, Benny, rebuttal to what Violet said, and then Tisha, I'm gonna let you go ahead and address what you want to address, and then we're going to open panel so everybody can speak.
Well, first let me say that your age is not determined by the revolutions around the sun or the phases of the moon. It is a biological term that we can define. We can biologically define your age. So once again, she's wrong there.
Okay. All right,
Yes,
1 second.
Now, is there also... No, hold on. I'm
Because if you're
speaking.
thinking the age of consent is when a girl goes through puberty, then you're fucking wrong. When you start having their period, you think that's the age of consent. Really?
Don't put words in my mouth. Don't stop that. That's not what I've said.
All right. All right,
You did not
guys.
say that, so shut your fuck ass up,
All right.
bitch ass nigga.
All right, oh my god, dude. All right. Let's let Tisha say something. They have waited very patiently. So let's let them say a few things, and then we are going to go to open panel so everybody can speak. So go ahead.
Thank you.
Can Marisol come up just to answer one question or to say what she needs to say, please?
Yeah, let's let Tisha go first, though, because they have been very patient, whether they disagree with us or
No,
not.
that's fine. That's absolutely fine, but I still think the man's a predator. Not gonna
Oh, yeah,
lie.
of course. Okay, Tisha, go ahead.
was saying, none of you were listening because you don't like to hear what he's saying because he's your opposition. You can't stand to hear the truth from someone you don't like. I don't agree with child transitioning. I don't agree with him transitioning his child, but that's not what he's saying. What he said was his child uses the bathroom, which is legally permissible in his state. So he did answer the question. He said where it's legal for his child to use that restroom where he is from. He answered the question a plethora of times. Also, He's not transitioning his child. He's allowing his child to wear whatever clothes they want to wear. As a human being, as we've all said previously, you can wear whatever you want. That does not make you a man, and it doesn't make you a woman. To be a man or a woman, you just need to be born either male or female. That's it. It's that simple. You're so pressed. All of you keep talking over him because you don't like what he's saying. You can disagree with someone and not like what they're saying, but listen to the words that.
Hold on. Well, one second.
You're fucking telling us what not to say.
Yeah, you have to know.
You know, I'm not fucking having you tell
like the truth. That's why you don't like the truth, which is why you're interrupting me.
What we have to say, because
so why are you interrupting me?
This is about fucking women,
it's not
about what you want to be. It's about us. It's about us and our fucking safety.
Regardless. Why are you talking?
Hold on, guys.
No one's policing you.
One second. I think what they were saying is not that. Okay, so I was talking to Tisha a little bit in the comments. They don't fully agree with what Benny's saying.
I don't agree with anything he's saying.
Yeah,
I don't agree with anything. If you allow me to talk, I'll be able to state my point.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say the one thing I was gonna say, Tisha. The reason why he's getting so much pushback, right, is not only is he claiming that they can be women, which is, you know, that's been like a semantical debate, right? We all, like, per my worldview, they can't. But Benny is also claiming that they can be female. And that's the part where, like, the dressing, nobody here cares what they wear.
And okay, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but then ask the right questions.
Well, yeah, but
none of you have asked him.
Well, no, we have. Hold on, Tisha. We have asked him. He's saying that because they're wearing like girls' clothing, that they are somehow becoming a female.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
Benny, hold on. Let me get clarification. Benny, are you saying?
That is not what I said. That is not what I said.
Then what are you? Then what are you trying to say when you say that they're transitioning? What are they transitioning to? Can you clarify that?
I've never once said that she is transitioning.
Yes, you did. You said they started at 16. Yes, you did. You came up here. I will literally end my life with 96 viewers. Hold on.
No, I will use your definition.
I will end my live right now and come back with the clip of you saying that you're starting the transition now at 16. So you cannot go back on your word. So can you
I'm using your definition of transitioning. Your definition of transitioning was that she was wearing feminine clothing.
We never said that. Nobody here gives a shit about
that. You did. You did
Rudy
say that.
said that.
Nobody here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Nobody here thinks that if somebody wears a dress or makeup or cooks or fucking does the dishes, they're somehow transitioning. That doesn't matter, okay? You can be a cross-dresser. You could just be very, 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 like gay, or you could be very, very feminine. You just like to wear those clothes. That is not our worldview. You came up here and pre-assumed that we think that transitioning is wearing clothes. That's a trans, right? That's a TRA.
That's your definition.
Not ours. No, that's a sexist fucking... Oh, God. Okay, you know what? Go ahead.
Let me clear something up, please. Yeah, let me clear something up, Tish, real quick, and then if Pontus is okay with you.
Okay, yeah. So, Crystal, you're going to go. Molotov's going to say something, and then we're going to the open panel, so everybody can just do whatever. But
okay, Benny.
So finish what I was saying, though. So how's that fair?
I'll only be real quick. I just want to clarify something, Tish. That's it. So, Benny, did you claim that they are female because they are psychologically female? That's what I understood.
My claim is that she psychologically identifies as female.
Okay. So Is he transitioning?
Transitioning. Well, we have to define
You tell
the
us
term.
how.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
we
just
have to
tell us
define the
how.
term.
If you think they are, and you can define it. I'm not going to define it.
Legally, she is not transitioning. Legally, she is going through the medical process by which she can legally transition.
Okay, so what is that process of transition?
Well, the process in the state in which we live includes not only medical evaluation, including psychological evaluation, including therapy.
Hold on, who's taking a piss? It's really quite off-putting.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my coffee maker.
Oh,
It's my coffee maker.
I
Sorry.
was like, what?
Oh, wow.
What's going on?
Oh, that's funny. No, I'm not peeing. I'm just making coffee.
The thing is that you people interrupt so badly because you can't stand to hear another person's opinion because you feel like you're...
What?
Why you're muting me because you can't stand the truth.
I don't
Hold on,
that.
1 second. Go ahead. Okay, we're gonna let Molotov address, and we're gonna let T-Show finish what they're saying. We're going to open panel after that.
Yeah,
So
no
then
worries.
everyone can say whatever.
Mine's just super quick. So there is first of all, actually it's 2 points. There is a biological definition for an adult, and it's when our skeletal system has fully developed, when we have stopped growing vertically, basically. And that's around the age of 18, between 17 and 19. And this is observable before we even knew about how we grew. We would know, maybe even 1,000 years ago, that if I have a child, it'll be about 18 winters, and my child will stop getting taller. But I just think it's funny that this guy said that age, what do you say, age is a social construct, but we can biologically determine an age. But if you're those two things can't coexist. We can biologically determine development, but we will always have to bring in the social construct of age to make it make sense to us, because that is our metric for time. That's our metric that we use every single day. So yeah, just and aware of it. But yeah, we correlate our stage of development to how many times we've gone around the sun, basically. So the two things do exist harmoniously. But yeah, there is a biological definition for age, and it's when we start getting older.
Thank you. There is a scientific definition, because I'm studying nursing, and all the people on the panel that tried to paint him out to be perverted because he said there's a scientific definition for adult. You people are liars. You're just as deceitful as the trans people. You think that they're women.
No, respectfully, Tisha, he said that the definition of adult biologically is when you reach sexual maturity, and that's not true.
Because that's around the age of 12 or 13 for a girl.
Yeah, that is not true, and that is a door we do not want to open, that we want to stay firmly closed.
But scientifically, what is a child? A prepubescent adult, right?
That's not what he said.
Let me respond. You're interrupting me.
Ronnie, let her talk.
Let him talk. I'm a man. Let him talk.
All right, okay, let him talk. Sorry, I don't know who you are.
You're speaking at the same time as me, which is rude. What he was saying, and the point, if you allowed him to finish, you would have understood what he was saying. A prepubescent adult is a child. So what is an adult?
That's not what he said.
That is what he was saying. You weren't allowing him to finish.
He said they are mature once they reach the time to be sexual.
Trying to clarify it. An adult is, a child is somebody whose skeletal system has not reached full maturity. It's the opposite of an adult.
And that can vary by age. Can someone reach adulthood as far as skeletal development at 16?
This is why we use mean in society for a lot of things. The mean of a pregnancy is 40 weeks. Do some women give birth after that? Yeah. And before that? Yeah. But we have a general scale of 40 weeks for a pregnancy. We have to use mean. We can't just have everything so arbitrary that we can't have any rules, regulations, policies, or anything made. So yes, the mean age in which we stop getting taller is around 18. It's observable between about 17 and 19. There will be outliers, but we can't make laws on outliers.
Well, I'm not talking legally, we're talking scientifically.
And scientifically, the mean age. So we base the term adult off of science, and the mean age in which somebody stops getting taller, observably, is about 18.
Okay, but Molotov, in science, reaching puberty is adult maturity.
That's sexual maturity.
Sexual maturity scientifically in humans, exactly, which is what he was saying. He wasn't being perverted. He was just stating a scientific fact.
No, he said that in adults is when you've reached sexual maturity. In humans, that is not true. We use that for animals.
Humans are animals.
Yes, but right. Okay, if that's the road you want to go down, I wish you luck in court.
Well,
Absolutely.
Okay, hold on, Benny.
Logical
Benny,
difference, don't they? Thanks
hold
a
on,
lot.
Benny, I'm going to ask you a question. What is the difference between a mare and a stallion? Benny, what's the difference? What is a mare and what is a stallion?
in mammals, the difference between a male and a female is defined by gametes.
No.
So a male
in
produces the
humans.
smaller gamete, the female produces the larger gamete. Thank you very much.
In humans. Yes, in
Not the
humans.
question,
What is the
ask you.
difference between a mare and a stallion?
You tell me, what's your definition between a mare and a stallion?
Can we not get away from the
So
fact
you
that he's
don't
saying
know what
he was
a
comparing
mare
that
and a stallion is?
humans are the same as animals, so therefore saying a child is the same as a sexually mature dog?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Don't put words in my
That is
mouth.
exactly what you made the direct comparison and said we are animals. And I think I just think people need to sit with that for a second. That he's actually doing that.
No, but you're taking it so
that needs to be
sensitively. It just
talked
means
about. Hold on
scientifically.
a second. Sam, you kept talking about this female brain that your child has, and I'm confused about what that
No, I never
means.
said female brain. I
Or
said
just
she
this
identifies as a
brain.
female psychologically.
Excuse me.
I definitely want that one.
So, you were talking about your child's brain, right?
Give me a second, Minnie, can we get your age?
I'm in my 30s.
Well, we need it for TikTok, so, I mean, in your 30s, you need to tell me.
34.
Okay. And do you believe trans women are women?
Absolutely not.
Okay, we're looking for ops.
I just want to ask Benny a question.
No. Carry on.
Okay, so, can you reiterate what you said before? Because you did bring up the brain and brain structures, and I would just...
I did not bring up the brain or brain structures. You must be creating that out of your picture. No, I said psychologically she is a female. I never made any distinction.
Oh, psychologically she's a female. You did bring up the brain also, but let's focus on that. What do you mean by that?
I mean that she identifies as a female psychologically, which I have repeated multiple times. That means...
That entail?
What does that entail? Well, that means that she dresses in a way in which she identifies females in dressing. She likes things that she identifies as female preferences. Let's see.
How do females dress?
Hold on a second, Brittany.
Just not listening.
No. Stop. Listen to all of you. Please allow him to answer. I would like to hear it so I can respond, please. Thank you.
So, she identifies in societal norms, let's put it that way, of what constitutes a female.
Oh!
So, we're talking about... Hold on a second, Bonnie. Hold on, please. Bonnie, hold on. Bonnie, damn. Can I respond? I asked him a question. I want to respond to his answer, please. Thank you. Listen, so everything that you listed are society's views upon what a girl should like, right? Which is like an adolescent, female, human being. But those aren't actually contingent upon anything that has to do with our biology at all. So you're saying that your child identifies with social constructions.
social constructions are necessary to the well-being of human beings, or we wouldn't have them.
So no, that's not true. So these social constructions are created by the people in power, right? But they actually don't really mean anything. Anybody can play with a Barbie, right? We have decided that that's going to be